We chose Giant Loop before Giant Loop chose us. There's a real dilemma on YouTube and the internet. 3 competing interests. The viewer, me, a content creator, and then there's a company that wants you to buy their stuff. There's a lot of mistrust, as there should be. I don't feel comfortable promoting a product that I am not comfortable with. And this tickle trunk, riding gear, holy smokes. This right here, this is it. These are them, the beauties. These are Mojave saddlebags from Giant Loop, and they play a big part in this story. These are 2010, so they've been around a long time. What's that? 14 years. These things have been getting the absolute shit kicked out of them. So Dork in the Road walks into my life at Grisbait last year.
Oh my God, wow.
He saw those beat up Giant Loop bags on one of our bikes and said, "What's up with this?" And I just said, "Oh man, these are," and I assumed he didn't know anything about Giant Loop. So I tried to sell him on the idea because I love them so much because we've used them and they've been battle tested and they're incredible. I said, they're Giant Loop bags, they're the amazing bags for riding off-road if you don't know about them. So after I went on and on about how these bags were the best and I really liked them, Ben, who is Dork, said, "I work with Giant Loop." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's crazy. You're like a double celebrity to me now." He said, "Get involved with Giant Loop." And I said, "Wow, that's a great idea," because I love these guys for a long time. Giant Loop is awesome. I've been communicating with those guys. They are the real deal because they're real people who ride dirt bikes and have a lot of fun doing it. That strap has been around countless frames, countless motorcycle frames of all shapes and sizes over the years. That is still intact. We have not repaired this. We do not treat things well. You can tell it is a rough life here. This gets treated roughly. It is full of cool things for rides, tubes, duct tape, tools, first aid for sure. This thing has been a real winner for us. I've loved it over all these years. It's battle tested. Yeah, I'm happy. As a side note, those right there are the wicked trail saw of wicked trail saws. What I like to believe is that we get involved with products that work for us. And we have been doing this a tremendously long time, so we know it works for us, which is typically distilled to simple. We end up being introduced to Giant Loop by Dork. They said they would like to work with us. I said that sounds fantastic. And that's how our relationship was formed. They asked us what we want, and I had no idea because I didn't even know what they had. So they put together a care package for me, /us, and we opened it up together. And all our guys had the pick of the litter. Come on. Really? Like, we opened the box and all our guys were there and they looked through what was available and they thought about what we're doing and they chose for themselves how they wanted to set their own bike up. The bags that were, or what we thought was the right tool for the job, went onto the bikes. The things that weren't working came off of the bikes. But, you know, the things that we liked, the Mojave bag especially, the zigzag handlebar bag especially, those things stayed on the bikes. Remember those competing interests? We buy our own gear first. It's not worth our while to get involved with companies unless their product has been battle tested by us. We have a whole fleet to equip. Working with companies makes our operation financially viable. We're not motivated to sell you any products. It feels good for me to tell you about products we actually use. It's a clear, above-board situation. This keeps my conscience squeaky clean so I can sleep at night. But what do you think about YouTubers promoting products? Is it okay? Is it a terrible idea? Let us know in the comments below. It keeps us on the straight and narrow.